Hello and welcome back to the Weekend Gardener. It's only going to be a short video this week because I've only really got Friday because I'm taking my son away to play rugby over the weekend. That's going to take up all day, Saturday and Sunday, so I've only really got this evening to sort things out. But as you can see behind me, I've been busy in the polytunnel. Put some support frames in, put the bamboo canes. I don't know if I mentioned last week, but they were supported on a bar that was held up with a couple of cable ties, but the cable ties just rotted away and the canes came down. So I've put some frames in, and then I've attached some beams across there just to make myself some temporary shelving. And all I shall do when I've moved all the plants out into the garden is just take these two screws out and each piece of wood, and it gives me my growing bed back again. So I've just begin around the greenhouse, give everything a good watering. Everything's looking okay for now. So I'm just going to get on with the potting on. I managed to pot myself up. I think I've got 8 groaning Brussels sprouts in there. 6 all year round cabbage. Still got quite a lot of all year round cabbage to go at. And there's some pak choi there. They were at the back of the tray, and they weren't getting enough water, I don't think, so they're suffering a little bit. So hopefully they'll pick up over the next day or two. But I'll just give everything a good watering. There's a few little weeds that I'm just going to pull out, and then I've run out of time. Hello there. I'm just back from our mini rugby tour in Wallingford, which is near Oxford. And if by any chance there's anyone from Wallingford watching this video, thank you very much for a wonderful day. I've just come down to the plot really today. I've got the aubergine, the loofah and the melon that really need potting on. So I've got some big pots and some compost. I'm just going to amend them with some bloodfish and bone and some chicken manure pellets, and I get them in the ground because I think they're really starting to struggle at home and I've just no space. I've checked the weather, and for the next week the temperature won't be dropping below 10 degrees at night, so I think it's time to get them into the greenhouse. We're hoping to have some nice warm sunny weather this week, and hopefully it'll continue for a long time after that. So I'm just going to get on with potting them on. As you can see, the aubergine is struggling. It's only in this little pot, and it's trying to send out flowers, so I'm going to get them, all 3 of them, into these larger pots here. This is the loofah and this is the melon. It's got some sort of, the leaves have started to turn yellow and some sort of fungus on that, I think. I'm not sure, but hopefully they'll do a lot better in the larger pots. So I'm just going to get everything mixed up, get them in and give them a good watering. I've just come into the greenhouse to have a bit of a look around, and the butternut squash, the peppers and the courgettes are all doing really well. Tomatoes are doing fabulously, but unfortunately, despite my best efforts, the honeydew and cantaloupe melons, I think I'm probably going to lose all of them. Maybe I might be able to nurse one through, but then I don't think they're going to survive. Chilies aren't looking too bad. There's a few flowers on them. Bed's a little bit dry, but I've been away for 2 days, so I'm going to give that a good watering now. Yeah, so don't get disheartened when things don't quite go to plan. It happens to us all. Also, some of the carrots that are pre-chitted, I've just left them on the paper towel, and I've left the tub in the shed for over a week now, and they've continued to grow. So I've just filled up one of the buckets and transplanted as many as I can into the bucket, so hopefully they'll grow on. And if the ones in the carrot container don't produce anything, I'm sure these will. Also, one of my plot neighbours was kind enough to give me some watermelon seeds that they didn't need, so I've just filled up 6 pots. I'm just going to put 2 seeds in each pot, put them in the greenhouse and see if they germinate. Being the cantaloupe and honeydew melons, I think, are going to be a bit of a failure. Hopefully the watermelons will be okay, and what I can do is I can just, if I get 4 plants, I can just trail them along the back of the beds inside the polytunnel. They won't interfere with the tomatoes once the tomatoes get going. So I'm just going to pop those in now and get them into the greenhouse. So that's the watermelons sorted. I've ended up putting 4 into the pots because I had some extra seeds, so I thought why not. And then I'll just prick out the strongest plant, and then that should give me 6 to grow on. But if they go the same way as the rest of the melons, I won't hold my breath. So the final job of the weekend is to check on the hot compost bin. Up to now it's not really got hot. It's been warm, but it's never got into the actual active zone. But there's not a lot of volume in there anyway, so once the volume increases, I imagine we'll start to see some action. So I'm just going to take the lid off and see what temperature we're at. So it's been in for 10 minutes now, and it's only just got to 14 degrees. So I'm not sure what's going wrong with it. If anyone knows what I can do to get my hot compost bin hot, please let me know, because at the moment I seem to be failing miserably. But I'm just going to give everything a good mix round. I've got the purple sprouting broccoli and the kale offcuts, and I just literally took them off the plant and threw them in on Friday before I went. So I'll give it all a good mix, put the lid back on, and hopefully next time we'll have some better results. I've chopped up all the brassica stems, got them as small as I can. I'm giving it all a good mixture. It doesn't look particularly dry, so I'm not sure what the problem is. Don't know if I need any more grass clippings to put in there and activate it and get it going again. So it's a frustrating mystery at the moment. So I'll just pop the lid back on now and see where we are when we come down on Friday. I only popped down for 10 minutes. I've been down here for about an hour now, so I think it's time to get home. The wife wants to get the tea on the go. So what I'm going to do is say thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again next week. The plan next week is to get the brassicas out of the polytunnel and into the ground, which means I need to get the second plot ready, get all the covers off, and I might put a spreading of manure and compost onto the beds. But until next week, thanks for watching and goodbye.